What up, Mr. Hip Hop Vegan, coming with another video. And my purpose in life is to serve 1 billion people through meditation and yogi sciences. Hopefully everybody's doing great. And it's another rainy day here in Florida, but that's not my answers or my questions. But today what I want to talk about is materialistic things and how materialistic things doesn't make you rich. I just read a story right now. I'm going to put the story on the bottom. Well, I'll find it. The great running back, Adrian Peterson, in his lifetime made $100 million. Now, the story came out as far as him being in debt, making $100 million. And you know, the excuses are that he let the wrong people manage his money. And this is modern day things. This is in the last, I forgot when Adrian Peterson went to the NFL, but it maybe like 12, maybe 15 years ago, if that, a little bit less than that, probably less than that, 15 years or less, maybe somewhere in between, somewhere there. Gotta be 15 years or less. Because I think he's only 33, 34. But like I said, running backs in the NFL don't last too long, but he's an exception. He's a immaculate athlete. You know, he has a couple of surgeries and stuff like that. However, him as a running back, he's one of the greatest. And the sad part is $100 million and he's in debt. That's the reason why I'm getting rid of everything. That's the reason why I'm getting rid of materialistic things. Now, you can have materialistic things and still have, you know, not be in debt if you know how to manage your money. But why focus on having things when you can focus on just living life? I envy these people that I watch online who are passionately able to get rid of everything and just live in a van and just live from state to state, from country to country. They're invested their money right, so they're living off the interest of their money. I just watched a video like a day ago or 2 days ago about a couple who are working to retire at 38 years old it was, or 30-something, 38 years old, and I think they're 35. And I think they got 3 more years, and they, with the money and their lifestyle that they live, they don't have no kids, but the lifestyle that they live, they're able to, they'll be able to retire at 38 because they just got rid of everything, or they don't focus on materialistic things. The wife, she cooks from scratch. Everything is from scratch, so they save money like that. They buy some of the things in bulk, like rice and vegetables and stuff like that. They don't buy no freezer type food and stuff like that you have to keep in a freezer. Everything she cooks is she cooks from scratch. What she does is for a living, and together both of them combined make $80,000 a year. He's a freelancer editor for books and stuff like that, and what she does, she's a receptionist. So together they don't make, you know, a lot of money, $80,000. You know, that's still pretty good together, and that's pretty good. You know that they're saving their money and they're able to retire at 38. So that's my goal, to be able to have less and just be able to retire early with the investments and stuff like that. By the end of the year, I should be able to have enough money where I can just fully fund my Roth IRA every year. That Roth IRA, lifetime of it is giving me like around 12% interest on it. So minus inflation, inflation is like 3%. So making like 9% on my money. Well, this year, the investment made like 11% on my mutual fund, on my Roth IRA. It can go up and down, don't worry about that. But the lifetime, since they initiated that that mutual fund since the 70s, the lifetime average of that mutual fund is between 12 and 14%, which is not bad for any investment. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You're not gonna get 400% interest on your money like all these people who get scammed and stuff like that. So the real powerful thing is when you see that Bob Marley video where he said about materialistic things is not riches. Living life is what riches really is. So I took a trip to Jamaica last year and visited the house that he built and where his kids grew up in, and it was a simple house. You know, it's a probably one of the nicest. I heard that neighborhood was like one of the richest neighborhoods back then. The governor of Jamaica back then lived there and everything around that area. Now it's just like in a regular place, you know, it's very, very busy area. But it was just a simple house, and you know, and the studio was there. What that house remind me of is like the old, like a ranch style. What would we call a ranch style house here in America? Probably like an old ranch style house is what Bob Marley's house reminded me of. So what I wanted to make this video is just getting rid of getting out of the mind of you have to have all these materialistic things as far as clothes and sneakers and shoes, because when you pass away, none of that shit is gonna matter. And if the people who are around you like you more because of what you're wearing and what you can give them, then you need to find new friends and families. Even families, you should cut them off too. You only have one life to live, so if they sucking and blood sucking from you and just taking and not adding value to your life, you need to get rid of them also. And that's why I want to make a quick video. It's sad about the Adrian Peterson. He's a football player. He makes $100 million. He made $100 million in his lifetime, and supposedly he's broke. Maybe, you know, a lot of times, you know, they say they're broke. They have some money here and there, but when it comes to owing the IRS, they're broke. And I don't blame them, but you have to pay the IRS. You owe the money. The IRS, you have to pay them. You can be like Wesley Snipes, and you know, and not pay it, and think you're gonna overpower the IRS. That's a different story. That's the only people I don't mess with. Anything with the abbreviation IRS, FBI, CIA. Don't put yourself in that situation, because at the end of the day, they're most likely 99.9% they're gonna win. So but I digress. That's a different story. But back to the subject is, if you want to find a way to live and try to retire early, my thing that I can tell you is just stop consuming. Stop buying things. You don't need 100 pairs of sneakers. You don't need 200 pairs of t-shirts. You don't need the new anything new. You don't need none of that shit. I mean, the thing that really got me is buying and renting. If you listen to the new Nas album, you know, he talks about the OGs told him about renting and leasing. But then if you talk to Dave Ramsey, he buys everything with cash. He buys everything, and he tells you not to lease any cars and stuff like that. But why not? Well, I don't want to talk about that. That's going to be another video. But the main story in this video is stop consuming and start putting money away. Start learning about investments. Go talk to the right people. If they're offering you outrageous amount of interest for investing, then you know you're at the wrong place. You got a lot of these online supposedly mentors and telling you they can get you a 400% return of your money, or 50, even having a 50% return on your money. You give him $1,000, and next month he's gonna give you $1,500 back. Shit doesn't work like that unless you have your own business and you got something. Let's say you buy this for 25 cents and then you sell it for $1, and then after everything, whatever you make is profit. So that's why so many people buy businesses and own businesses, because you make good return on your money. Now, when people start investing your money and start trying to say that they can make outrageous amount of interest on your money, is when you need to back out and go look at something else, because if that was possible, so many people would do it. But anyways, that's a different story. Like I said, don't worry about materialistic things. That doesn't bring riches to your life. Living life and being of service to other people, but you have to be a service of yourself first and able to give to everybody else. So thank you for watching my videos, Mr. Hip Hop Vegan. Peace.